What's up guys, Bloodshed here. I wanted to take time today to make a quick video on how to progress in Diablo 3. I get a lot of questions on stream like, Blood, I'm stuck, I can't push past where I'm currently sitting on the leaderboard in solo play. What can I do? So I thought I would talk about that, so hopefully it helps some people out. When progressing in Diablo 3, you want to look at two things first, your build and your gear. Make sure like the foundation is set, and then you can push forward. Okay, so I'm gonna look for somebody on the leaderboard and talk about building gear first. I'm gonna scroll to the bottom and find somebody to pick on here for the video. So building gear, so how about the build? So this is a push build. Okay, cool, everything looks like it checks out. Yeah, everything's good. So the build is good. Now you wanna check the gear. Okay, so with Demon Hunter, you need max discipline on your weapons. Okay. And your chest, obviously I saw that on there. And notice the weapons would be a nice area of opportunity. He has non-ancient weapons. So specifically the Yangs would give him a huge damage bonus if he was to get an ancient one. And you want the max value. So if you hold control over the weapons or items, you can see all the max values up for it. You want your orange text, multi-shot attacks 50% faster, and its damage is increased by 188. You also want that to be as high as possible. I like 95% affix. So if it's out of 100%, I want 95. If it's out of 200%, I want like at least 190. Like it should be almost max basically. I don't even know if 95% is a good metric, but I like almost max yellow. I'll grind and grind until I get it. And it's really important that you get. He also needs 37% cooldown. It looks like he has enough cooldown on his gear. This character is good because he has no augments. If he was to clean up the ancients, get everything a little bit higher, a little bit perfected, he definitely can push to like the mid 90s or high 90s, mid to high 90s, right, with his gear. If you don't know what build and gear to choose from, just head over to Diablo Fans, head over to YouTube, type in best push build, best speed build for Diablo 3. Demon Hunter, and peruse through all the different builds and stuff like that. I'll put my master build link in the description. The next thing you want to look at when progressing your character is gameplay. Okay, you could actually be playing the character wrong, for instance, and really mess it up. And again, Demon Hunter is a great example of that. The whole set's based off of your current max discipline. So remember we were talking about you want to put it on your chest, your weapons, and your quiver. So if you're tumbling a lot, for instance, burn this down. So you can see my discipline, the little blue bubble going down, down, down. So now if I'm going through the rift, looking for things, looking for density, trying to group them up, whatever, I start DPSing, I'm hitting like a wet noodle. It's not doing actually damage because I'm not playing properly and my max discipline is really low. So you want to make sure you're playing whatever spec you're playing right. You know, ask questions. There's like Barb forums, Demon Hunter forums, go on Twitch streams and wherever. Ask questions, make sure you're playing properly if you don't have the same results as other people. Your followers should have this thing called an Oculus ring. Chance to create an area of focus power, those little golden rings you see on the map. People might not be jumping in those right away, getting an 85% multiplicative boost of power. So there's a lot of things you can be doing that you want to look at. Is make sure your build and your gear is legit. Then look at your gameplay, make sure you're playing properly. And the final thing, if you do all the other stuff properly, I would look at your augments and your legendary gem levels. So this is all about gems. So let's go back to our friend over here. His legendary gems are 71, he's pushing 90. His main gems are in the 80s though. So his Zays actually could improve. So his trap is really good. So he's trying to push 90 plus and he only has Zays at 80. So I would definitely keep your legendary gems close to the level of the GR you're doing. Keep these up to date. And the Bane of the Powerful is not so important since it just increases your time with the buff. But Trapped and Zays, you know, your damage ones would really help you. So focus on those. As far as augments go, you don't want to augment until you do all the stuff we talked about in the video because it's just a waste, right? You want to optimize your character fully, and then by then you'll get hopefully a few good ancients that you can throw augments onto. I know me personally, I waited to augment. I only have 3 augments on my character now. This is my seasonal wizard. I just kind of want to make sure and I got everything just kind of fully optimized. You can see I have My Ashnagars is not bad. Like I got the max crit, the max fire, and the shields are pretty high, almost max. I got a secondary resistance on it. So yeah, I went through and made sure everything was proper before I started throwing augments on there. You can push your character pretty far. If you really want to know a number, I'm gonna go through the numbers. If you really want to know a number, I think you could take any class to 95, GR 95 solo, and up to like maybe 105 solo without any augments whatsoever. Now, you know, your skill may vary. If you're playing a super overpowered class, that may change. Like Crusaders might be able to push way higher. And things, there's a lot of factors, but I would say 95 to 105 is maybe where you look at augment. If you're new to the game or a returning player and you just want to keep pushing, it's totally fine to do them. Start doing augments at a solo 85. It's totally fine. I never wait till 95 to 105, but feel free to do it earlier. In regards to augments, again, I wouldn't augment until at least gem level 80. Like I wouldn't put anything less than 80s. You can always replace them later. Like here's like 92s, 87. I would maybe do all 80s and then replace them later with full hundreds, especially if you're new or returning like we were talking about. I personally never do anything less than 90, but you know, we've played a lot of Diablo and we kind of know how to finagle the system a little bit. Or if you do group runs, if you do like rat runs or you do a lot of group play, the groups would help you push higher earlier. Then you can wait to augment. If you play mostly solo, you might just do full 80s. That way you can run the content yourself. And a lot of factors might, hopefully this video helped you. Make sure to follow me above at twitch.tv/bloodshed. I love talking to you guys. I love helping out the community. And I got to get ready for the stream. The stream's probably mad. Look at it's 9:06. I better post, copy, thumbnail. We got moves to make, man. I got to go. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Bloodshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.